Hello, my lovely soul family. My name is Janessa-Belle. And before I even start the reading, I wanted to start off by saying there are people in your life that may be holding you back from achieving your dreams and making you second guess yourself or doubt yourself or question your moral integrity. Now, I want to mention before I start that this is specifically for a number of people. It may not resonate with everybody, so if it doesn't resonate with you, then I suggest you don't take what I'm saying too seriously. But if it does resonate, then I want you to take some sort of inspired action and change your thinking habits about yourself and about the situation if, like I said, it resonates with you. So, like I was saying, I feel like there are people that are around you or want to be around you or in your energetic field that don't have your best interest in mind. And this is usually my readings start off with the darker stuff or the things that we could work on and improve on, and then at the end it usually comes out as some sort of advice for you and what to do moving forward with the situation. So usually when we have people like this in our lives, it is not only because we are ascending and elevating, but we are finding ourselves and finding out more about ourselves. So when you come from a mindset of maybe people pleasing or self-criticizing, not fully allowing yourself to be you, it can be hard and difficult to spot people that are around us that may not have our best interest in mind or only have the interest of themselves in mind. So let's get started on your reading. I have 3 decks of cards. I'm going to start with the Rose Oracle deck, which I will be linking in the description below. This was a gift from a friend. I don't use this deck very often, but girl, I'll be giving. So, Archangel Michael, Mother Isis, Father Osiris, the universe, all higher beings that are filled with unconditional love, I ask you to watch over this reading. Any guides and ancestors of the collective that only serve in the highest good and love for all, I ask you to join me. I ask you to send the messages through these cards. Use me as a temporary vessel for this reading. Okay, so 3 cards came out. So, Lineage of the Rose, moved by the goddess here for this soul call gather. Healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line growing up, the rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, and pleasure. Yeah, So like I did say, your soul is not only evolving, but it is gradually growing and expanding, which means that you may have found something that you're passionate about. You may have found something that makes you feel more balanced, more eccentric, or you will be finding it soon. And with that comes, like I said, people and situations that may try to trigger you or throw you back into your old habits and ways of being. And this comes in with the healing, the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line, and growing up. So there may be something on your mother's side of your family. Typically, this card deals with healing karmic cycles, whether that be from your mother's side or in your feminine side. So when I say feminine side, this does not have to specifically target women. Everyone has a feminine and a masculine side. It does not matter how you want to be called by your sexuality. That has nothing to do with it. You're a human being. You have a feminine and a masculine side to you, and the feminine side represents the side of you that is it's creative. It's also not necessarily logic, but it's strategic, if that makes any sense. It is more of the unknown parts of you, the parts of you that are in the dark, and the parts of you that can actually create and manifest, if that's even a word that you want to use to describe it, to create your world and to create the reality that you truly desire for yourself. So I feel like along this line, like when the lineage of the rose, moved by the goddess here for this soul call gather, you are not only being told, but you are being called to realize and step forward and accept the responsibility that you are growing as a human being, evolving as a human being, and your mental state is probably changing. Your body may be going through some changes as well. If you're feeling drained, if you're tired, that could also be things of just feeling other people's energy tug and pull at you, because I know there are some people that watch my main channel that are you guys are content creators as well. So even if you're not a content creator, I feel like you have a lot of eyes on you as of recent. And this, when you're ascending, you're glowing. Like when you start to really ascend yourself in the way of spirituality, mentally, physically, emotionally, like you're colliding all of these things and you're aligning your life in the way that you want it to. This causes a lot of light, because when you're in your light and you're in your authenticity, you don't second guess yourself. You don't really question yourself. I mean, sometimes you may have imposter syndrome where you're like, okay, this is just luck or whatever. Your light may trigger a lot of people. You being yourself may trigger a lot of people, because some people don't genuinely know how to be themselves, and some people don't understand the severity and the gravity of their own mind and how they could use it to create their path for them. But you are using your mind, you're using your spirit, you're using your body, you're learning to use all these things to align yourself with a higher reality, like with a reality that is something of your dreams. And then the rapture, sensuality, love, devotion. So I feel like there was, and we'll go into, my deck is a little beat up. Look at this. It has tape all over it. Girl, seriously. I've been using those cards for so long. This was my first deck ever. So anyway, can we clarify the rapture card? Because I feel like this rapture, okay, yeah, look, 6 of Wands. So you are somebody who is, like I said, you're stepping into this energy of winning. This is literally the card of victory, but you have to be wary of the other people that are in your life. And I'm not saying to be paranoid. I'm not saying to start cutting everybody off when you feel one little thing is off, because sometimes we do get paranoid, especially when we're spiritual. We just think like the worst sometimes for some reason, because I think we understand the dynamic of the dark and the light and how things could look one way and it could be deceiving. So anyway, there are definitely people around you, and these may be past lovers, or I'm just getting a strong sense of like a connection, like you had a strong connection with somebody, and you may have left them, you may have felt disinterested in them all of a sudden, but Page of Swords, yeah. So I feel like something happened, and it may have felt sudden to them, but to you, I feel like it was something that was stirring up for a long time. Like you may have plotted and planned your way to kind of get out of this situation that you were in with whoever this person was, because the situation was so bad. And if that doesn't really resonate with you, then I just feel like it may have been friends or family, or you may have had some sort of connection and relationship that didn't serve you. But I do want to say that when you are following your passion and you're following your destiny, not everybody is going to be able to come with you. The Ace of Pentacles suggests that whatever it is that you're moving towards, not only is it going to be successful, but it's going to be successful in the way of you're going to feel more fulfilled. You are going to feel more excited about life. And this may not have to do with romance at all. I feel like this, since it is a Pentacles and this reading is a general reading, I do feel like it is going to be wealth. Like whatever this is that you are passionate about, whatever this thing is that you keep chasing, this dream that you keep chasing, whatever it is going to produce for you like a rush of abundance, a rush of miracles, a rush of money, a rush of love, like a rush of whatever it is that you've been needing lately. Because I feel like whoever is watching this video, like you're someone who has definitely done the work. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So yeah, whatever this is that you're passionate about. And like I said, I do have content creators that watch my channel as well. So, but if you're not a content creator and you're just going after something that you really desire to do, or that something that makes you feel really, really good, something that fulfills you, whatever that is for you, it's going to produce, like I said, rushes of passion, rushes of abundance and passion. Like you've literally built a whole garden here for yourself. You've built a whole kingdom for yourself, and now it's time for you to reap the rewards. Seriously. And especially with 2023 ending and 2024 coming up, 2024, if you guys didn't know, is the year of 8. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8, right? So the number 8 in general, a lot of people are saying it's the year of abundance, it's the year of miracles, which is also true, but it also has to do with your karmic cycles. Okay? 2023 was a very trying year for a lot of us. So I feel like if you are somebody that did do the work spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, like, you have no choice but to succeed in 2024. And I think that's where this also comes from, is like your karma. I feel like you've healed a lot of things that a lot of different people would not be able to heal if they tried their hardest. Seriously. And I think that's also where, like, all of these different, look, the 5 of Cups, I'm not even lying, this is the mother and the daughter. So I feel like this may already be healed for some of you, this mother wound, or this wound that comes from the side of your mother. But I do feel like that you definitely have done the work, but I also feel like you carry a lot of weight. So in the home, when it does come to these karmic cycles, I feel like this also has to do with finances. I feel like the way that you were raised, or the way that you grew up, wasn't the most ideal for you or for a child in general. So I feel like a lot of that is what has came up for you in 2023, on top of your romance situation, which could be another thing. And then you have the 10 of Cups at the end of the deck. So ultimately, like I was saying, you worked through a lot of shit. You had a lot of karma to work through when you came to this planet when you were younger. Some people don't believe in reincarnation, but I sure as hell do. So I feel like some of us came here to assist humanity, and you know, the way that we do that is not by flying around with superhero capes. It's internally healing not only ourselves but the people that are very close in proximity to us. And even if you feel like you healing didn't help anybody else around you, you just didn't see it yet. You haven't gotten the chance to see it, and this year you're not only going to see it, but you're going to reap the rewards from the universe, from your angels. Like, they have so much gifts to give you. And sometimes I feel like when we think of gifts, we think of material items, and sometimes that also is the case. Spirit and the universe and God will gift you miracles of materialism ever endlessly, but I feel like a lot of this is just you genuinely being able to feel at peace and feel happy with your the stability that you have created for yourself, because you have a strong foundation. And I feel like the people that are watching this, like, even if you're not young, it takes a lot to be able to break yourself down and rebuild, and break yourself down and rebuild, and break yourself down and rebuild, and look at yourself from another point of view, and point out your flaws and point out your insecurities, and be able to heal them by yourself. And maybe you didn't do it by yourself, but this is just the energy that I'm like, you are victorious in almost everything you do. And even if you're not, you still take time to learn about how you could improve yourself. So that, I think that all in itself is just like, I know you may hear this a lot depending on the type of soul you have, but you are somebody that is resilient, very resilient, and that is a beautiful gift to have, is resiliency. And you're very tender. You care a lot about other people, and you may have used to care a lot about what other people think, but I feel like now not so much anymore. Now you're like, okay, bitch, fuck you. I don't care what you have to say. Get out of my way. I got shit to do, places to be. I got people to take care of. Like, you are somebody who is about your shit now, when maybe in the past you may not have been that way. And that's real. Okay, so we're gonna get these last little bit of cards, and I will also be linking these decks as well. I mean, you can't even see this one anymore, but this is the Thoth Tarot deck. I'm always gonna link the decks that I use in the description, so you guys could buy them if you want to, because I know I got witchy poos that be watching my channel. I see you. Okay, so now we are just gonna do like what going forward, any advice from the angels, the guides, the elders, the ascended masters that you want to say to the collective. I don't take any of these facing down. So, art, lust, the universe, Queen of Pentacles, the works, and the Tower. Okay, so I actually like this. Usually the Tower cards frightens people, but it doesn't really frighten me. One last card I'll pull. Strength. Okay. So, okay. Let me start in this, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this one. That's how I see it in my mind. Let me take a vape break. Let me take a vape break. Oh my god. So, you do have a lot of eyes watching you, that is for sure. There are a lot of people that are fiending for you, if that makes any sense. Like, girl. But I think it's because it's not only because of like your beauty and your outsides, because I feel like whoever you are as a person, even if you don't believe your outsides are pretty, obviously you're doing something, boo. Like, you're listening to subliminals, you're doing something, because people are fiending for you, even if you don't see it. Like, behind closed doors, in your face, they might be like, oh, hey, what's up, and be nonchalant, but I feel like behind closed doors, it's a different story, because you are literally, like I said, you're creating your own pathway for yourself. You are shining a light that is brighter than anything that people have seen. And even if people aren't into spirituality, or they don't believe in the universe, or they don't believe in energetic fields, or whatever the case scenario may be, humans have, all of us have this. The more you tap into it, the more aware you are, the more you're able to sense and use your senses as so. But all humans have this inner sense of people. All of us have it. For people who are genuinely empathetic towards other people like you, because I can tell whoever this is, you're empathetic. You've been through a lot. You carry a lot of not only your stuff, but other people's stuff with you. And like, it's a beautiful thing, but you have a lot of eyes on you. And whether you believe in spiritual protection or not, maybe you should start looking into that. Just doing like breathing exercises to help your brain stimulate energy that not only transmutes other people's energy, but kind of allows yourself to have this bubble around you that is only of love and light and brightness. Because not everything is love and light, by the way. That's not what I'm saying. Don't come for me, okay? Because I know it's not all love and light. But I'm saying that when you meditate and you allow your breath to kind of control your mind and your insides, it calms you down. Not only that, but you can learn how to build spiritual protection around yourself by just using the breath. You don't have to do candle work. You don't have to do witchcraft, potions, spells. You don't have to do any of that. It's literally just sitting and using your breath and your imagination to form things around you, using things like the sun, elements like water, fire, earth. There's 100 different ways you could do it. I'll explain that in another video. But anyway, so I'm seeing that you need to be aware of the people that are around you and be aware of how they act towards you when you are happy about something versus when you're upset about something. Notice how their tone changes, notice how their voice changes, notice all of their body language. If psychology is something that you're into, psychology helps a lot with being able to read people, their intentions, their emotions, and things like that. So when you're creating this world, like I said, you have this light to you, you have this happiness, you have this glow to you. It's very subtle. It's not like a light like this or the lights like this. It's something that just glows from the inside out. So you just be careful of things like lust and greed and like almost like the 7 deadly sins basically. And I'm not a Christian at all. I'm not Catholic. I'm all over the place, but I don't strictly follow any religion, but I do understand that all of the great books of the world, when they suggest things about sin or being dirty with people, you know what I mean? Like, just be wary of that, because you are spreading your sacredness to different people. So just I don't know who that resonates with, bitch, but for me, just saying. So don't, I'm hearing this, the guides are saying, just don't fall into the trap of the same old cycles. Don't do it, because it's not worth it. If you are only seeing somebody to hook up with them, just cut them off, girl. Just do that shit at home by yourself. Come on. It's just like our time here is very limited, and I understand booty calls, whatever, do you, girl, for me, but it's like you should be viewing yourself as someone who is sacred, someone who is here to do what you're here to do, because when you're creating like this on this grand scale, like, you have dreams, you know what I mean? Whoever you are, you have dreams. Like this 10 of Cups energy, you have a future. You know what it looks like, you know what it feels like, you might not know exactly how you're gonna get there, but you know you're gonna get there. So just be aware of that. Be aware of your power. Don't just share yourself with anybody that's out there. Don't open yourself to anybody that's out there, not only physically but emotionally and mentally as well, because people will drain you, girl. Okay, you wonder why you're so drained? Quit hanging around all these hooligans. Don't hang around with people that don't live a life that you want to live, or aren't aspiring to live a life that you want to live, or something of that nature. Like, if you want to be this successful, you're hanging out with people that are doing dumb shit, not giving a fuck about their life, not even attempting to get their shit together the way that you know they could or should, don't bother being around them. Don't hang around them. Don't give them the time of day. Don't text, don't call, nothing. They have no reason to be in your life. And that may sound a little cold. That's just how I do it. There's no purpose. You know what I mean? And energy is way too sacred to be sharing it with just anybody, especially when you're creating and doing stuff like this. So the Tower card did come out, but I feel like you may have already went through your Tower moment recently, or it is coming before 2024, because all of this is based on the energy that is going into 2024, what you can do to help yourself. So I'm getting like, throw yourself into your creation, throw yourself into your work, throw yourself into things that make you happy. Maybe you're taking a new class, or maybe you want to travel more. Maybe you've been saving up at your job to travel more, or switch your job, or do something like that. Whatever it is, keep doing that. Keep creating. Never stop creating, because the universe rewards people for creating and doing what they desire to do the most. Unselfishly at that, because I feel like you want to be of service to people, but also win at the same time. Like, you want to provide for people while being provided for by other people. So you want this give and take energy. It's very beautiful. It's like the dance of life almost. So whatever it is that you're doing, boo, keep doing it, okay? And there's a lot of 9s that came out on this deck. 9s and 3s. So if 9 and 3 resonates with you, no doubt. And there's also a lot of blue in here. I also noticed that. You can also keep up with me on Snapchat, Janessa-Belle23, or on Instagram, Janessa.Belle_. Same thing for TikTok. Yeah, my loves. So stay up, stay beautiful, and stay blended. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.